Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good on this awesome Saturday morning. Nice and bright in Arizona, at least the southern part. Don't know what the northern part looks like, but thank you so much, guys, for being here. I know I skipped last week. We went to the Salt River, did some tubing, which was really fun. Haven't done that in a few years, so it was really nice to be able to get in there and just relax, float down the river, have some good fun with the family. What's up, peoples? Wish I could join, but have a keen hit to attend. By the way, pipe down, Twitch. Pipe down. Appreciate you leaving a comment, brother. Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate it. And like you said, don't forget to hit that like. Shout out to the replay crew. We got Mark, Rami, Ty. Thank you guys for looping back and watching the replay. What's going on, Dave? Hope you're doing well. How was your week, brother? I think my week was pretty great, all things considered. So last week, I entered a Mongoose bike giveaway on Instagram. I ended up winning that bike. So last Friday was really great. It was cool to get a nice win. I've been wanting a new bike for a while, so that was really cool. Woke up this morning and they had sent the tracking info. I was hoping that it would be another cool Friday, like 2 in a row, and it would come this Friday, but it didn't. But they sent me tracking this morning, so that bike should be here probably the next few days or so. Maybe by Wednesday. Don't know. Haven't checked the tracking yet. But shout out Mongoose Bikes, man. That was a cool giveaway. There wasn't that many people that were entering. There was a little over 60 people, maybe 70 people, which is still kind of like, kind of quite a bit, I guess. So that was really cool finding out that I had won their bike giveaway. So I'm really excited for that. Of course, it comes in a box. I got to put the wheels together, the pedals, the bars. I mean, just the easy stuff. And then, then I'll be getting to ride that thing down the road. So that'll be pretty cool and exciting for next week. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Ooh, and I forgot. Monday, Memorial Day, right? So kind of account for that day as no shipping day. But, yeah. So next week will be really cool to be able to get that bike in and put it together. What's going on, Randy? Santa Tom? Thank you guys for jumping in here. Dave says, busy week this week, but it's not over yet. Recording this morning. Right on. Right on. Dave, I know you have a live stream coming up with, I can't remember who it was. But you do have a live stream coming up with somebody, right? Another guest, right? So that'd be really cool. It's cool to see others jump into doing content and, growing and watching them become their own and, get comfortable and doing their thing, putting out more content. So that's really cool. Look forward to it, man. Yeah. It's another week in the books, so the usual. Got work and home pretty much. That's about all I do. And then live stream on the weekends when I can, if I feel up to it, I guess. Yeah, like I said, I look forward to getting that bike. Be shipped right to my door, so that's going to be kind of cool. Never actually had a bicycle show up at my door. So it'd be kind of wild to get a box that big, to the doorstep. Yeah, Tom says Twitch. Just a heads up. I know you're a great possible follower as well. You'll be on the Tres Amigos next month. Nice, right on. Yeah, shout out to Greg. Greg's cool. He goes live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Don't know exactly what time, but I want to say it's usually about 6 p.m. But yeah, his live streams are always cool. They're always laid back, just hanging out. He shows different parts, like I believe Florida, kind of like a little walk. It's kind of cool. Does a little bit of trivia here and there, like beard trivia. Gets to the comments, reads them, kind of lets the audience a little bit kind of pick a little bit of what you talk about here and there. Really fun, laid back dude. So guys, make sure to go check out Greg Boswell. Really cool. He also does cool head shaving videos too. I don't think he's done one very recently, but he's got a lot on his channel. when it comes to like head shaving, different lengths, beard trims. Um, you know, just cool laid back content, man. I really like that dude. He's really cool. Um, he's just just like I said, fun, hang back, likes to hang back and you know, just live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So what's going on, Fleece? Yeah, I'm just hoping that next week will be another good week. I don't know if whoever all has Monday, good for you guys if you do, because I do too. So I'm excited for that because I don't get very many holidays off at work, so it's always nice to get one. Just remember what Memorial Day weekend is about. Um, you know, while you guys are barbecuing, remember that we are able to get that day off and barbecue and enjoy that day with our family and friends uh, due to all the veterans who are no longer with us. So make sure you guys pay your respects to all the service members out there. Santom, I believe you are a service member too, so thank you for your service, sir. That is greatly appreciated. I just due to everybody's sacrifice that we get to live in such an amazing country. So you always keep that in mind while you guys are drinking some beers, making some brats, steaks, hot dogs, whatever, burgers, whatever you like to make on the grill. Just remember why we have Memorial Day. Um, Daughter graduated this week, Wednesday. That was really cool. Um, time flies. Time flies. So always make sure to get in some memories when you can. Don't always take the opportunity to get that time in and make some memories when you have that chance and opportunity because time flies by. It is insane. Would you stop? You're not going out there. You are not going out there to cause crazy commotion, hate, and discontent. Go lie down. And don't do that little head shaky thing like you don't understand what I'm saying. I know you do. Quit messing. Quit messing. You know. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It was a good time. It was outside, which was kind of like a bummer at first, but then as the evening went down, so it wasn't like super hot, but it was still warm. But as the evening went down and it closed down to the night, it was really nice. Um, Weird thing that the concession stands had cup of noodles. That's the weirdest thing to be. The one time they have the concession stands open, because usually with the games they don't she did softball, so um, junior and senior year, no concession stands were ever open. So that was kind of weird. They had ramen, but um, had her littlest one. She's going to middle school next year. She had a fifth grade promotion, so it took about like 6 hours off of work this week to get all that done, which is nice. Being able to take enough time to do that. Kids they grow up so fast. It's insane. I know a lot of people across the country will have graduation this week. Make sure to talk to your youngins. There will be a lot of parties this weekend, especially because of Memorial Day weekend, but also because a lot of graduations fell on this week. So make sure you guys talk to them about the safety, about not drinking and driving. Although none of those kids should be drinking because they're not of age, but teens are teens. Some of them are now, 18, considered adults. They're going to go out, hit up parties, go out with their friends, but make sure to talk to them about the dangers of drinking and driving. That is a very big deal when it comes to graduation. Unfortunately, there's statistics out there in regards to deaths from parties on graduation week, weekend, and then you got Memorial Day weekend as well, putting it all together. So make sure you guys talk to, your friends, family, close ones in regards to that, just giving you a call, getting a ride, Uber, Lyft, taxi service, whatever. I mean, there's no excuse to drink and drive. So make sure you guys talk to them about the dangers of that. The last thing anybody wants is for their loved ones to end up as a statistic, when it comes to like a graduation weekend parties and such. What's going on, Mark? What's going on, dude? I did. I caught that. Stories are getting crazy. They're getting crazy, Fleece. How long does it take you to create all that? I bet you invest quite a bit of time when it comes to putting out those stories. Today I decided to go with this little tiny ghost. Last time I had them, they taste like Sprite, but not so much this time, but just the original ghost. Nothing fancy. They're not bad. little 4-pack at Walmart. So I did finally get some more Spindrift, that sparkling water, some raspberry lime, and then lemon. The lemon one's really good. The raspberry lime, they use real fruit to make it, so you could really taste the raspberry as if you like you grabbed some from like the produce out of your fridge and just started eating them. That's exactly what it tastes like with like a hint of lime. It's insane. So I didn't really like it as much. I guess I was more less expecting that fake raspberry flavor. But yeah, it was it was good. I probably wouldn't get the raspberry lime flavor again, but the lemon one I definitely would for sure. At least H, what's up, Twitch? How you doing, man? I'm doing all right, man. See you a lot in lives like Tres Amigos, Beards, and Heads Threads. I don't think I ever said hi to you. Just found you, randomly. I'm watching a video. Tell Bearded Chief, and I saw you were live, so I decided to drop in. Hey, Louis, thanks, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, um, this week I kind of missed jumping in onto Tres Amigos. Uh, when I get a call at work, I work at a call center, but I do work from home, so it allows me to be able to jump in. But sometimes I get those calls where I'm on the call for like 30, 40 minutes, and I'm just kind of like plugging away. So sometimes I'll end up missing them. And this Thursday was one of those weeks where it was kind of just a little hectic when it came to it. Um, I had our program used to tell us how many comments are in the thread, and it doesn't tell us now. But if I had to guess, there was probably over like 300 comments on that because it kept going back and forth between a handful of different claims, and I got stuck on one of those. It was not fun, but it was, it is what it is. Oh, appreciate the subscription, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. It's awesome. But yeah, um, Chad's cool. Um, I always try to jump in when he goes live. I know he does a lot of mobile ones, or he was for like a month. He was going mobile live for like hot minute. But yeah, Tres Amigos, you got She Knows It with Melissa from Copper Johns. Then you got what's the other one from Copper Johns he does on Fridays? I can't remember the name. But yeah, then you got Amber and Kev. They also go live as well. Obviously, Chad Boney, he goes live. Greg Boswell. I try to jump in as many as I can. You got True North as well. They go live very often on their channel. And I try to interact as much as I can. Like I said, most of the time, because I get off at 7 p.m. That's AZ time, which is Mountain Standard Time. So sometimes I'm not able to interact as much. So I'll just turn down the volume and just leave it. So I'm kind of viewing, but I'm not as active because it's either I'm on a call or something's come up real quick. Like the random message that I got to answer at work. So, but I do try to be as supportive as I can and jump in as many live streams as I can to help support everybody. We got an awesome community of people who uplift each other, and always try to help everybody that they possibly can. Not just in regards to like beard products, but just life in general. We also got Born Bearded Dave. He also has a live stream that he does. Baker does one too. A lot of people on live streaming lately, which is insane. I remember like we were kind of like short of streams. Doesn't seem like that's the case now. Seems like there's something going on almost every day of the week. Been right since I was a kid. Whole universe recreation in my head. Damn, percolating, percolating. But can't read today. What's up on the bearded? I want to reach out to you, but I don't know how to reach out to you. Until I missed your episode of Beards, Heads, and Threads, and I had a few questions for you. I had been working that day when you were on, and when my shift ended, the live stream was done. This comment goes to Born Bearded. We got Market here early today. Usually he's replay crew. I shouted you out thinking you're going to be replay crew today. There you go, Louis. contact info in channel description. For YouTube, I feel like that's overlooked. Like the channel descriptions, I feel like they're always overlooked. Um, like even like the bios in like IG, I feel like it's easier for people just to like DM you. So I feel like a lot of people end up going that route if they have like social media for like IG or Facebook. But I always feel like the channel descriptions and like the bios are always overlooked. Well, except for IG, you got like the codes that people post in like Linktree. Um, but I've had a few people reach out from the email that's in my bio, but I feel like most of the time they overlook that and then they just go like DM you, just fine. I mean, I don't have an issue with that, but just bringing the ones I truly dig along for the ride. We appreciate you, Fleece. Up early for work this weekend. Oh man, work is especially on the weekends. But I guess like the beauty of it is that we don't have to go; we get to go. So it's all about perspective. That's kind of what's been getting me through like the last few weeks. Like I get to go, I don't have to go. So get up with that positivity of like I get to go to work today, I get to go log in, I don't have to. But yeah, it's a bummer to have to work through the weekend. Do you at least get Monday off? I was amazed that we did. So I'm pretty excited. Maybe finally I'll catch a nice nap for once. Oh no, Dave, you're good, man. You're good, man. Plug yourself in there. But yeah, I always feel like the YouTube description, channel description, kind of gets overlooked a lot of time. I feel like a lot of people just keep scrolling through. Like they'll watch the video, and then they'll scroll through the next one. Or like if you watch the shorts, I've been watching a lot of YouTube shorts. Um, we're watching this cat. His name is at Drive Through Buck, BUK. Um, and he goes and gets little lotto tickets from the machine, and he's just like, and then, like his little catchphrase is like, "You know the rules." And like it's I don't know how I get so much joy or why I would stick around to the end to see if he won anything because he'll grab a stack. I guess maybe like $1 ones or something because like it's out of the machine that they just rip open and see if he won something. And they'll put in like $20. He gets like a fat little stack. So I'm guessing like $1 a piece. But then like yeah, he's like the rules, and then the machine starts going all. It's ridiculous. I think I stick around to the end of like the short or the video just to watch like if he won anything, and I really don't understand why. I guess it just brings joy to me, um, just to like watch. I find it funny. I find it kind of just cool. He just kind of does this thing. He'll pull up like a little pit bike to like it's like a drive-through liquor store or something like. Yeah, and he's like this little skits. Yeah, it's insane. He's got over like 200,000 follows. He's a person like 250 right now. He's almost at 100,000 on Insta and TikTok. So like a lot of people bring some joy. I guess he just brings a smile to my face because he's just silly, It's like the rules. Like there's rules to the rules that got to be done right now. He's like unlock this machine, and it's just funny to me. I just find joy in it, I guess. So I just stick around to like the end to watch if he won anything, and you know, every once in a while you see one of his videos and he actually wins. He's like I won, and it's I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see like somebody just kind of make some content out of something that's like opening lotto tickets up or whatever. Yeah, drive through Buck. He's got buck teeth and he makes a joke of it and it's just funny. Like he's just like it's like I can't even taste this. My teeth are so big I can't even taste this. Like he just makes fun of himself. It's just like I just think it's funny, just comfortably like whatever, like name this channel Drive Through Buck, and I'm sure they call him Buck because it's got buck teeth. But I just find joy in it, and it makes me smile. So it's always fun to like get caught up on his reels. So I end up watching like a bunch of them, and I found him on YouTube. So I've just been watching a lot of YouTube videos, like mostly shorts. I've been enjoying the short content. Mark, you do have Monday off. Yes. I'm telling you, dude, nap times are going to be had because Can't go another weekend without taking a nap. I used to take naps like on Sundays a lot, mostly. In a minute. Usually I just grab the dog and be like, "Come on, buddy, we're just gonna go take a nap." And I just cuddle him up and just take a nap with the dog. I guess I miss my kids being that age where they were like little toddlers, and like even 5 years old, where I still wanted to nap. So like you just watch a movie with them and cuddle up, and then all of a sudden you guys are both just zonked out on the couch. Get up and make a little snack and just hang out, and just watch whatever. It used to be like cartoons or whatever they were into at the time, Bubble Guppies and Jake the Pirate. Yeah, those are the good times. That's probably the age I missed the most, like the toddler phase. They're learning how to talk, so everything sounds cute and funny. They don't talk back to you yet. Uh, well, my nephew was really mischievous, so I'll say my son wasn't too mischievous, but my he's bad, dude. He likes to get into stuff. It's hilarious. It's funny, but as long as he's not doing it to you, but it's just hilarious to me. Like he's mischievous as heck. Cameron wasn't like he was, but he wasn't. I think a lot of time we just caught him before he could get into anything. I was telling him, "You're a bad criminal," that I tell him. You're getting caught. Yeah, the good old days. Nap time, and I just want to play video games and talk back and not help clean their room, and it's bad. Kids, right? Got three more to graduate. So our other son will graduate next year, and then we got the two little ones, 11 and 12. So we got a little bit to go. Nap time is fire. Hey, hey, hey! Knock it off. That's like it's fire, man. For me though, like I have to wake up early enough to where like when I take my nap time, it's only like 11 or maybe 12. Because if it's any later than that, then it's just like man. Then I wake up and I feel like the half the day's already gone, and then I feel like I just want to sleep at night. So I just have to I have to wake up like early, which is not really big of an issue during the summer because the sun comes up so early. So like before you know it, you're waking up and you're like, what time is it? It's like 6 a.m. So by like 10 a.m. you're like, man, you're already what 4 hours in. You feel really good, and then take a nap, you wake up, and it's only still like 12. You're like, oh heck yes. A real bad sleep schedule. Hey, knock it off, dude. I'm on live stream. You don't need to be acting crazy. And did you pick out some clothes for today?
No.
Well, you need to. A real bad sleep schedule. I'm taking nap almost every day after work. Dang. So Wednesday, directed. We live like minutes away from the high school. It's literally, I say maybe a mile down the road. It's literally right there. Cameron, stop, dude. I told you I'm on live stream. And it took us like an hour to get home. That parking lot's packed. People are going every which way direction. I don't know what local PD was doing. They weren't directing traffic, that's for sure. Um, Granted, a lot of people were turning left when you weren't supposed to. I don't understand the reasoning behind why ADOT would make that exit right only when you can clearly see all the way down the road to your left. Got a little better than you can to the right, honestly. But everybody was able to just go whatever direction because there were cars there, but no one's directing anything. So it took us a minute to get home. So that was a late dinner, and then I didn't go to bed till way late, and then I woke up at like around 2, and I woke up again around 4, and then I just finally it was 5 a.m. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay up. There was no way I was gonna go back to sleep. I didn't have to wake up in like an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get ready to go to Lindsay's promotion in the morning. So Yeah, it was weird. I think I didn't feel tired or dragging, considering I only got probably about 4 hours of sleep, which was wild. But yeah, last couple of weeks I've been getting like weird sleep. You let them out?
Basketball.
Yeah. Sometimes because I get an hour lunch, sometimes I'll take a nap at lunch. Um, but a lot of time I won't because I feel like 45 minutes of sleep is not enough, and I just wake up and I'm just groggy and extra tired. So, but sometimes I'll do it and it'll be fine. That's one thing I like about working from home and having an hour lunch is I can just knock out for about an hour and it works out. But yeah, definitely been in some weird sleep lately, which is, and it is what it is. I don't want to say it's because like I go in at 10, so by the time I get to crack it, open an energy drink, and I don't drink them fairly fast, especially like the big cans. That I think I'm having caffeine too late in the day at that point, and I think that's what's messing with me. I think I need to switch back to coffee. At least just get a good cup in before 12 and then call it a day. But yeah. What has everybody else got going on this weekend? We got my daughter's graduation party today at 4. So I have to drive all the way out to her grandma's in Mesa. She has to drive about an hour to get there and an hour to get back. So we'll be doing 2 hours of drive time today, which is, man, it's always a bummer not to drive that far to go somewhere. But yeah, that'll be a good time. Be fun. My wife's gonna say make some macaroni salad. She hasn't made that in a minute. And I always tell her it's like a hot barbecue grilling time, summertime item. At least for us, I always tell her to make that at least a few times throughout the summer. But one of the things that we probably eat the most for summer out here, though, at least in my house, is ceviche, shrimp cocktail, like the Mexican shrimp cocktail, and then like the imitation crab, kind of like ceviche. It is. Hopefully, we'll be going to the river again. Oh, they said they want to go this weekend. I don't know if we will. If we do, it would be tomorrow, maybe Monday. I just don't really feel like doing it on Monday because then, like, yeah, then work on Tuesday. We always get back so late too. Like by the time we're done, it's like already after 6 o'clock. I was like, man, by that point, I just want to be laying down, shutting it down, you know, just relaxing. Um, yeah. Any of you have watched Shameless before? Started watching that. I tried to start watching it before, but this was like a few years ago, so the kids were a lot younger too. So like, it's kind of hard to always watch those type of shows. So they always wanted to be like hanging out and cuddles before bed or whatever. So it's always kind of hard. Now that they're a little older, it's a little easier. So I've just been watching that. I'm into season 2. It feels weird, but it's got its funny. So I don't know how I feel about it. I tried to watch Sons of Anarchy again. I got into like season 1 and I stopped it. Like I don't know, I just didn't keep watching it. Hey, would you stop? You're not going out there. Get over here. You gonna go Popeyes? Hey, stop, dude! I'm on live. What's your deal? Why are you being rude and disrespectful? I already told you twice. Now it's 3 times. Come on, man. Keep it down. Not cool, man. I'm sitting here starting up, and then this thing fell off my plant. I can't keep these things alive. I don't know why. It's horrible. All right. Oh, I don't have any more of the lime ones. Yeah, these ones. These things. They're delicious, but this one tastes a little weird to me. Come on, just get it.
Got water?
No, I don't have water. Go. You're not acting right, dude. It's not okay what you're doing.
I need water.
Then go downstairs and get some water. I don't have any water in there. Your Propel's still in the fridge. Goodness gracious. What's going on, Tyler? What's up, man? What are you up to this weekend? Oh, these ones are in the back, so they're really, really cool. Always one of my favorites. Perrier, Forever Lime. One of the best flavors, I think. Strawberry one's not bad either. That one's pretty good. What are you doing? No policking, dude, because then you smell like Fritos. At the park with Quinn at the moment. Nice. Right on. What's up, Quinn? What's up, little dude? Shout out, Quinn. Hope your kindergarten promotion was cool, man. Congrats on that, little buddy. It's exciting. You know he's gonna go to first grade. Those are the days I miss. Kindergarten days. When Cameron was on a butt and he'd listen. Run out and be like, Daddy! Right out of kindergarten, I'd pick him up. Oh, the good old days. Good old days. Trying to get him to ride bikes with me, but getting stuck on that anime and video games. I'm like, dude, come on. He'll tell me, oh, let's go later. And I'm like, dude, it's already 7 p.m. Like, there's no later. It's getting dark. Last time we went pretty far to like the neighborhood, the way it's set up. So we ended up going like almost into like the old part of it. So I kind of try to stay away from that old part. There's some weirdness that goes down over there. Yeah, all done with kindergarten. Heck yeah. That's what's up. How does it start flying by, Ty? Enjoy the first, second, and third grade because I feel like after fourth grade, it just goes way too quick. Way too quick. Can't we just finish up sixth grade, man? Like, what is going on? Like, can't you just stay little? Bad. But yeah, we try to get him to ride bikes. This kid, man, sometimes he's like, no. He's like, in a minute. And his in a minute's like 20 minutes in. I'm like, dude, by that time it's dark. I'm like, oh, that's good, man. I know, right? I'm telling you, after like third grade, it's just like, think like in 2 years, which these next years probably gonna fly by, he'll be starting high school. It's like, what in the world? I'm telling you. 3 more kids to graduate. 3 more kids. Like, I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm not. Because like, when the house is quiet, it's nice, but then like after a while, you're just like, it is way too quiet in here. Like, I need some sort of noise. But then when they are here, they just make a lot of noise. It's like, man, now you guys got to quiet down. But I don't know. You're like, after that's like when the wife and I'll finally be able to like really enjoy each other's company even more and like be able to like, just do things that we want to do and just hang out with each other more. Not have to worry about like, parent. I mean, as a parent, you always have worries, but I mean, like the rest stuff. Like sometimes, like if we're just not hungry, we don't want to eat, but we still gotta go downstairs and make everybody else food. Like once everybody's out of the house, like, do we really want to eat? Nah, all right, cool. Less mess to clean up. make dinner and you'd be able to clean up and real quick. Versus now it's like, man, everybody's bunch of plates and they're like, oh, dude, it's just laundry. Laundry be easy, just two people. Right now we got 4 kids to support the laundry. It's like, man, it's just a lot. He's gonna be tall as daddy come 6th grade. I bet, dude. That's gonna be wild. I remember like my cousin when he was playing basketball. Um, there was like a kid in 6th grade that was like 6'2" or something on like the other team. I'm like, dang, bro, like that's insane. I'm like, that kid's probably done growing at this point. Like he was like 6 feet tall in like 6th grade or something. Like that's insane. Like he's like 12. He's already that tall. I'm like, that's crazy. And of course, like everybody wanted him on their team, but he was on the opposing team. Jay, what's going on? 30 spray Jay. Most of my favorites are on the back wall. I'd say the ones that I like the most are on the back wall. Not most. It's the other ones on the back wall are going to be go-to. So you got Copper John's, you got Bay Area, Dead Smooth makes an amazing product. They use beef tallow in their butter, and Dead Smooth Katie makes some amazing scents. Like wow, she makes some body souffle, which is really cool. Which actually might use that because I went to the river and I got like the rash from being out there, like from the sun. That's kind of why I don't want to go to the river again because I just know it's going to start layering together. The arms were worse yesterday, a little better now, but I got it like all over my stomach, my chest now, and it's so itchy, and I'm like trying not to itch it. So maybe I'll have to try some of that, or even her body because it's like body beard butter. It's got beef tallow, so maybe you can try some of that. I think it might probably work really good. Maybe order some Bane's blend. I don't know. He said he had like some lotion or something. Yeah. We got Dead Smooth, Copper John's, Beard of God, Apex. Apex makes some cool product. I like their oil. Their butter's really good too. You got Dead Man's. Elite Grooming makes some awesome like cologne style scents. A lot of his catalog is really just cologne style. Got a lot of cologne essence in it. I haven't had his butter in a long time, but yeah, EDC, which I don't think he's making any butter anymore. I think it's just straight oils, and now they're on Etsy. I got a gang of EDC. Like the top shelf up there is EDC, and it's front to back all the way across. I like the Copper John's is going to be like that. The Dead Man's like that as well. There's a ton of stuff back there. Jay's Beard Essentials makes some good butter. He uses like 5 different butters in his blend. Really, really nice. And then like he always has like these nice, unique scents, and his artwork's really cool, which always gets me. I always love a good, a bottle with some good artwork on it. You got Retro Beards, which is now, or just formerly Dad Beards. Oil's really nice. So is the butter. Gary's always known how to make really good oil and butter. So, yeah. Beard Baron. I like his scents. He's got some cool little scents that he's got. Some summer ones that I like from him. His anniversary scent's really strong. And that was like a limited. It doesn't always. It's around September. I think it's called 922. And that one's not always available. I don't even think he brings it out every year, but that was really strong. I gave Beanie, I think it's called Rebello. That one's a really cool one too. Yeah. And then you got True North. They've got a ton of amazing scents. Hotel California and Endless Summer are probably my favorites from them. But they had a really nice fall lineup as well, like 2 years in a row. You got Weatherbeard. I think everybody knows Weatherbeard. His butter's really nice. He's got good product, solid oil. Five Boroughs also has some cool stuff. Beard of Vacation was really nice. It was a really nice summer one. Except my dad snagged that combo from me. I like the butter from Damn Yankee and Beer to God. It reminds me of like the old school butters that people like call it old school butter. The butters that people were making in like 2020, like that creaminess. Um, that's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't feel like anybody really does that anymore. Bay Area has wood butter, and then you got um, Texas Beardsman, and that's one that not a lot of people think about. But Texas Beardsman, man, Alan's a cool dude, um, and he's got some cool product. Nothing extravagant when it comes to scents. It's just kind of like your regular kind of stuff. You got a couple that are kind of a little different than you know than your usual, but most of the stuff is kind of like the usual stuff. And he's got good butter too. Oh, what did I miss? Not that little scent. No, I'm looking for that hot dog flavored water scent. That hot dog water. The label could be Fred Durst with his new era or whatever had. What is it? The red MLB backwards. Called the scent keep rolling instead of hot dog water. You were talking about this one. This one is fire, dude. This scent is just you feel luxurious when you put this on. Dude. This scent is just phenomenal. And this is what the body souffle looks like from Dead Smooth. It's like a pink kind of. Yeah, I mean to me on this end it's a little more pink than probably what it is to you, but it's yeah. And look, it's like so you don't even it's like a thick consistency to it. It's not thin. It doesn't just drop out. You gotta like dig it in there, but that's an amazing scent. I want her to do this with oil and butter. I gotta bug her. I'm gonna bug her again about it because that's a really nice scent. You just order some more old money right there. Coffin Kicker's really good too. And then don't forget Beard Mana. Shout out Beard Mana. I feel like a lot of people haven't like they've heard of them. I know they kind of left and came back. I think um, kind of pushed them back a little bit and like getting ahead. But Beard Mana has some really cool stuff. Their liquid butter's nice. That Enigma scent is really cool. It's like apple and raspberry and some other stuff. It's really nice. I really enjoyed that one. All right, Dave. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you. Have a good one, man. Yeah. I mean, you'd always DM me, Randy. Um, you know, and yeah, that body souffle from Dead Smooth, man. Oh goodness, it is just it's so nice. I I try not to use it, and I don't even know why because it's so good. I'm like I don't want it to like you know I don't want to like finish the thing, so I don't really use it, but I need to. Thoughts on tabletop? I actually haven't used the tabletop that I've got. I need to. Um, I even got a tabletop beard wash. So I had won a giveaway on Jay's Cruises stream for Rogue, and then my buddy needed more product, so I just ended up giving him a brand new combo. I hadn't even used it of Rogue. I kept the beard wash, um, but then Nick actually, when he came down, he actually came down and he brought me a combo of tabletop and like a oil. So I haven't busted into it yet. I need to. He also brought me some Defined. Yeah. So I got two Defined combos and two oils. I believe the last update I got on it was a few weeks back. It's been 5 years. I took like a kind of like a hiatus for like 2 years. I just didn't do anything. I actually started it like in 2020, like through like COVID. Um, this live stream I've been doing for probably almost 6 months. I've missed like two. Like I did the river, and then like a couple weeks before that something else. So I didn't. But usually it's every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then it just goes on for however long. I mean, we've sat here for like 3 hours before just you know reading comments and chatting back and forth with everybody who's whoever's in here, you know, and everybody that comes in here and just wants to chill and hang out, and do whatever. But yeah, I couldn't believe it when I got that YouTube email. 5 years. I'm like, that's insane. I think it's like content that's 5 years old on my channel. And if you scroll all the way back, you see like my comb video. You can see I didn't even have a ring light, dude. It was horrible. The most horrible lighting in the world. But yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Um, it's been a journey. I probably should have taken like 2 years of not doing anything, but life happens. Um, Almost 3 years ago, we moved, and then before that, I was just doing a lot of like TikTok lives for a minute. Um, but before that, yeah, I just ended up taking a break. Just wasn't really, just I don't know. It was just a bad time. Just mentally, I was just kind of like everywhere. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put it on pause. And then I started doing TikTok lives for a minute, um, which is kind of cool. Um, like YouTube, people can come across your stream and start watching, um, but I feel like more so like TikTok is a little more built for that. And then start building a following. People start giving you like gifts and stuff. They have like the battle mode or whatever. Um, so that was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, and yeah, I said just a couple years ago, Beanie's like, let's start reviewing again. And I'm like, all right. So ended up doing that, and then I just kind of stopped reviewing, and I just do a live stream every Saturday. Um, I guess like some reviews that I need to get out, I just still haven't. I just haven't felt up to it. I just kind of where I'm at. So um, hopefully, hopefully I can get it together and just do the last few that I have to get out, and then yeah, I don't know. Really don't know what like direction or content I want to do. I feel like a lot of like the review stuff is just it's just repetitive as heck, and you got a lot of people now that are jumping in to do it. So it's like I kind of just want to leave it to them and let them do their thing, and me kind of just do live streams and I don't know, think of somebody like I still do content but not necessarily review, which no, like I have a lot of cool video ideas, but on paper is different than putting them into like into motion and doing them in real life. I also don't have a drone. I don't know how to drive or fly a drone, so that's kind of that really cool. Like video ideas for like you know cool content. You see like a lot of people like most time it's like get like aerial shots or whatever, like people walking down like the road or whatever, like showing you something. It's usually like sports stuff, like someone riding a dirt bike down the road or whatever. But adapting that into like kind of like a beard commercial would be kind of cool. Um, but yeah, making that come to life is a lot harder. It was easy to think it up. It's a lot harder to like. It's hard to try to make that into like reality. To where like you get that drone, you fly. It's like an aerial view of like the neighborhood, and you're just walking down the street and just sit out in front of the camera with the bottle oil, boom, and then maybe that the camera coming around, and then fly back out, and then the next shot's just you kind of talk about like the oil, like hey, I use this, it's cool, I like it, boom. Feel like like a little easy kind of commercial, um, but that's a lot harder to like do and make, especially when you have like a drone, obviously, because that's like the main thing that I wanted. And like my buddy said, that's more of like videography stuff. I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to see that kind of stuff in like like a short for like beard stuff. But it's just a lot harder to make that happen. Drones aren't cheap, and I don't know how to fly one. scared that if I tried it, up on someone's roof, it would knock on someone's door. Hey, my drone's on your roof. Can I get it? Yeah. Another scent that I like a lot, and I gave it to my cousin, and I even had the cologne. So I got lucky. Is the Rebel by Grindstone Grooming. If you guys like a good tobacco scent, Louis, if you like tobacco scents, that is the tobacco scent to get. Oh my goodness, it is phenomenal. Um, to me, it rivaled. Um, this is my opinion, and I don't know what happened to that one. I had it. I used to use it on my dog every once in a while when I bathe them. It was Black Rebel Squatch. And I don't know what happened to it, dude. I lost it. I had it somewhere. I don't know what ended up happening to it. I kept looking for it. I'm like, I don't know where it went. I'm thinking I might have left it at Tractor Supply when I went and bathed them at the tubs over there. I'm thinking that's what ended up happening to it. So somebody came up on a nice scent. But I would say Grindstone Grooming's The Rebel rivals that scent. Because that Black Rebel Squatch was really, really nice. That was one of my go-to favorites. So I would say it easily rivals that one by a lot. To me, they like just head to head, like two of the best tobacco scents out there. Yeah, I'm new to beard oils and butters and everything I have grown. A long beard. My beard is growing back out, and I have to shave it because I messed up on the edge job and cut too much off. Honestly, you probably feel that way. Most of the time, most people don't notice. You can just ride it out and let it grow back without having to like chop it all off, or just make like a small adjustment to the other side. But really, once you feel like you've messed up, just leaving it, don't touch it anymore, because that's how you end up getting, cutting down more and more. Like I did the cheek lines this morning, and I was about to start doing let me cut into it a little more, let me cut into it a little more, and I cut into it like two more times, and I just left it. I was like, I can tell that it looks a little off. I said everybody else probably won't be able to, so at that point I just left it alone. So there's nothing to end up like all the way down here, and then then you can definitely tell. But yeah, I'm looking to beard oils, beard butters. I love them. I'm still looking into good brands, organic brands that won't dry out my beard hair. Just stay away from anything from like the big box stores. Um, I don't know how coarse or thick your beard is, but if it is, the thinner oils um, will definitely be something to like kind of be cautious about, because then, although you're using quality, if they're thin, a lot of time you'll still feel a little dry sooner in the day. At least like in my experience. My opinion, vitamin E, if it's too high up on that totem pole, I generally would stay away. Um, really, you want like a really low vitamin E at the end of everything, not too high. And most of the things that most carriers, like most even like single carriers, will have some sort of vitamin E in them, or essential, whatever. But yeah, um, obviously anything like alcohol based, but or anything that has like any sort of alcohol in it, obviously. But you won't probably find that in any small batch company. I've not come across anybody who would use anything like that. Um, yeah, and it's depending on like your skin and stuff, man. Like essentials versus fragrance. I like fragrance. I feel like a lot of people are jumping on that essentials train, and that's fine. That's everybody's, whatever they prefer. To each their own. I don't mind fragrant or essentials. I have some that are essential only, and they're not bad. They just don't last very long. Which again is like not a big deal. but there are times where I want it to last a lot longer than just a couple hours. But essential is always the way to go if you want something a little more softer for you, as in like um, if you're afraid like a fragrance may be too hard on your skin or your beard hair. But a lot of the companies that are small batch, they're following the guidelines that they should. So none of them should feel like that. Um, I would say if you're using thin oil and you got a thick beard, that's really the time where you're probably gonna feel like it's a little dry. Uh, and my solution to that, like if you have a company that you like that's thin, like thin oil, um, use the butter with it for the day instead of waiting until like at night to do it, and then you shouldn't have an issue with it at that point. I'm planning on not touching mine until my wedding in September. We'll see how well I do. Heck yeah, Randy, do it. Do it. And at that point, like the week before, 2 weeks, I would honestly, I probably would wait until like probably 2 or 3 weeks before the wedding and then get it shaped up then. Because then by the time your wedding comes around, it'll have grown in just enough to where it'll have like a more natural look to the shape that you got, depending on like the shape that you get, I guess, right? Um, then if you do like the day or two before, where it'll look super crisp. If you got like like I said, it depends on like what kind of like shape you want. You want more like a natural, like the rounder style, whatever, or if you want like that nice edge, good line, that crisp, then yeah, you probably want to wait like the day before. But if you like want to make a more laid back, natural look, then you want to do that a few weeks before, so it has a little bit of time to grow into like that shape and look a little more natural, not I just cut it shape. My beard's like yours. Beard used to be as long. It's like mine. It used to be as long as mine. But you're getting there. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, in that case, I would say a little like the medium to high viscosity is what you're gonna probably want. Um, if it's thin, I can feel toward like before the day's even over, I can already feel like I'm like that I need kind of more. Um, but if I do something thin, I'll definitely pair it with a nice butter. Um, whether it's an unscented fragrance-free butter from another company or the same company, and that'll help you right out to the end of the day without feeling that you're not looking for like dry or brittleness. What's going on, Donald? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Go ready? I got you, bro. Yeah. Um, yeah. Ever since Bearded Beauty came out and his wife trimmed my beard up, the weeks following that, um, the way it started growing in like after just felt really nice. Like it looked natural, like it's just growing in like that. Just didn't look like that fresh cut look. Um, you know, it was nice. Um, I've tried like the crisp, line, whatever. It's nice, but you gotta upkeep that. It's becomes a thing where you have to go back in like every 3 weeks to chop off just that little bit that's grown back to have that crisp look on it again. I like more like relaxed, natural look style to it. So like following the weeks after that, it just came back in really nice. I'm just it looks really good. Like style it up. I don't think I've gotten very much transparency since then, which is nice. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna touch it for a while. Um, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. Because usually once it starts getting to like down to here, there's like a lot of transparency that I could see. So I'm trimming back, um, which kind of sucks because like I want it a lot longer than that, but I haven't left it alone long enough to do that because the transparency ends up bugging me so bad. It's really just I so my natural neck like beard line is right above the Adam's apple, so I don't ever have to touch it at all. When I first started growing a beard, I would. Um, I felt like the need of like, oh, I just want that nice crisp look underneath, and I would take it up just a tiny bit, so it was like that. And then I just stopped doing it. I was like, there's no reason why I need to. It's right where it should be. So at that point, I would just leave it. But it's also like, it's nice, but it's not nice because at the same time, like if it was down further, like a neck beard, whatever you call it, the back would end up growing in enough to where it would be down to here, and you would get no transparency. So it's kind of like you know, kind of like a pro and con. Like it's nice that I don't have to touch the neckline at all, but at the same time, it's like, man, if I did have to, because it would grow just a little too far down, then I would probably have like no transparency coming out the back, or when it got longer. But it is what it is. Like I said, I think if I leave it alone long enough, then I'll be able to get no transparency further down and just shape it again. But once it starts getting like that, it just bugs me. I'll rock the transparency for like 4 months, and I'm like, no, I can't anymore, and then I'll just end up trimming it back again. You can tell there's some that's there, but not much. But it just depends. I do now. Um, so was it middle school? Middle school, maybe high school. The kids that I would hang out with, we all rode pedal bikes and dirt bikes. Um, so like all the kids back then knew who like Jeremy Stenberg was. I call him OG Twitch. um, Freestyle motocross, who has Tourette syndrome. So everybody in school that I would hang out with who rode dirt bikes and BMX bikes knew that who he was. And when they found out that I did too, and they saw that I had Tourette syndrome, they just started calling me that. And like at first, it would bug me. I wouldn't say it got under my skin that much, but it still bugged me enough to where I was just like, dude, like not cool. And at just some point, I was just like, yo, whatever. It is what it is. Uh, and then I was like, well, I was like, Jeremy Stenberg's cool, so whatever, just go with it. So yeah, ever since then, I just ran with it and said, whatever. It is what it is. It's nothing that's going to change or I could take away. So it's like, why not just embrace it and just get past it. It took a long time to even be okay with it. As far as like not even just the name, just being okay with like showing and not suppressing as much, and just being okay with like, hey, something that's not ever gonna go away. Just it will be with me forever, and just having to be okay with that, and just knowing that I am different than a lot of a lot of people out there because of it. But once I was able to get past that, it's like it's no big deal. It's not. It doesn't affect me. It's not severe enough because there are people who have very severe cases, but it's not severe enough to where it affects like being able to do things that I enjoy, like driving or riding dirt bikes, or riding BMX bikes or skateboarding or anything like that, um, which is good. Um, I've never allowed it to stop me from doing those things that I like. But I mean, for me, riding dirt bikes is just one of those things that I just love doing. Um, so I don't think I would ever let it stop me from doing that. Um, because it's like therapy. It's just fun. It's just just you go out there, just do your thing, have fun. Enjoy the day, the wind, everything. Comes with riding dirt bikes. It's just just your bike, just go out and have some fun. Or you and your friends, hanging out. Um, yeah, watch your friends wreck, I wreck. We all wreck. It's all good. Just laugh at each other later. It's no big deal. Yeah, Jay, you're wild, bro. They calling me handsome. But, I mean, it's kind of like if you can't beat them, join them. I think that's why I find a lot of joy in watching Drive Through Buck. He's got buck teeth, and he just embraced it. He made his name drive-through buck, and he's like, he'll get like these little like stuffed animal thingies, whatever, from Walmart. Like buck teeth. Like, look, it's my cousin, dude. Found him, and like, it just, I don't know. It's, I guess that's why I find so much joy in watching his videos, because he's like, he's just embraced it. He's like, well, it is what it is. Like, you know, it's like a lot of things with life, man. Like, you just gotta embrace your differences. Is what makes us, it just makes us us. At the end of the day, like, you have to embrace, your differences from everybody else. Uh, it's hard at first, but I mean, there's days where you might get down out about it, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't be you without those, things that you have that are yours, and yours only. So, I mean, why not? But yeah, been running with it ever since. I was like, whatever. Get away from that door. Someone's gonna open that door on you, dude. Someone's gonna open that door on you. You won't get hit with the door, bud. Little weirdo. Man, it's already 11:38. Day's about to be half over. Well, for me, I think it's half over for everybody else in here, eh? What's going on, Archie? Cousin Archie, Mister 3 pounds of carne asada, man. Archie was wondering what side to put with his carne asada. I told him make some Mexican macaroni salad. That just sounds legit. I've been watching like a lot of the reels that you see on like that when you go look for reels or whatever on Instagram are carne asada, tacos, shrimp cocktail, ceviche, Mexican macaroni salad. It just sounded really good. You don't get the notification? Is YouTube being mean to me? Shame on you, YouTube. Shame on you. Yep. Remember I was getting tagged, or not tagged, but streamers telling me like you only get 5 free hours a month. I figured out the other day I actually have 2 StreamYard accounts, so I don't have to use Restream if I don't want to. That was weird though. I was like, I didn't know I had 2 accounts. Like, it was weird because I logged in like, why are the past streams not on here? And I looked. I was like, wait, let me log into. Hey, last time, which one I used, and I ended up having two StreamYard accounts. It's crazy. And the grilled zucchini, bell peppers, corn, and potato salad. There you go. God, man, that sounds so good. That's gonna be really good. I haven't had carne asada and well, no, when Beanie came down, and we had some carne asada tacos, but I haven't made some myself in a minute, which is way better. Way better. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was good. Like so most Mexican stores now will have like a family meal where you can buy like a pound or 2 pounds of meat, and then they include like beans and rice with it. So we've been doing kind of like still get some carne asada tacos, but I don't have to like stay out there and man the grill. More so now that it's getting hot, because like when it's like 110 degrees out, there's no way that I want to be outside, right? Grilling up. That's just way too much, dude. Like, it's not. I do that one too. I do the pre-marinated one. I I rather make my own. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you're in a pinch, you want to get it done. Like, depending like on Friday night, if like I'm like, let's go downstairs and get that done, then I won't. But if I'm like, no, then I'll just run out on Saturday and just be like, all right, just give me like a few pounds like your pre-marinated one, whatever. And it doesn't turn out bad. At 6 a.m. for 6 p.m. dinner. Yeah, you have to get it in early in the summertime out here, because if not, dude, it's just grilling at. And I've done it before, but it's just horrible. Like, you don't have a very fun time when you're out on the grill and it's 110 out. and then you have to heat up that grill like 400. You're standing in front of it, you're just sweating buckets. It's like, man, and we don't have any like overhead shade or anything, which I wish we did, but we didn't end up bringing the pergola over from my sister-in-law's house when she sold it, so it stayed over there. I just like we just couldn't really figure out like we didn't want to take it apart, but we also didn't want to rent a truck, and we don't have a truck, so it's like it's one of those things like, do we take it apart and then put it in the SUV with the seats down, and then put it back together? And I'm like, we're all kind of just running around trying to get moved in and everything. So like, that's just too much right now. So we ended up leaving it. And now I'm like, dang, dude, I kind of wish we would have, because then at least we'd have some sort of like shade to like, hook up some misters, you know, and then, wouldn't be as bad to grill out there like 110, plus degree weather. But yeah, my brother-in-law come over and we'll just sit out there and grill. And it's like, man, I'm like, dude, it's way too hot out here. But yeah, at the end of the day, everyone has a good time, so why not? As long as everybody gets, some good food and is having fun, I don't mind. But there are times where I'm just like, dude, it's just way too hot. Let's just go get some either meat that's already cooked, or get the pre-made stuff, and I'll air fry it, or we'll throw it on the skillet, and we'll do it that way. Although I'm always like kind of let down because like the grill always has like that good taste to it. So like I said, it just depends on how I'm feeling for the day. Yeah, it was like you said, Archie, the other day. It's like night and day difference when you go up north to like northern Arizona. I mean, like the most it gets is probably like 100, but you also got a lot of forest and everything, so it doesn't feel as bad. You can always run away to the cooler temps up there, and it's nice. But down here, it's just desert, so it's just it's a hardcore summer. But I do get to wear tank tops and shorts, basketball shorts, the whole year, so I'm pretty good with that. And I don't want to layer on clothes, and I don't like the snow, so it works out for me. Jay Rich, what's going on, man? Stopping to say hi. Got to get back to work. Oh man, Jay Rich, you're always working, bro. But hopefully you have an awesome work day, bro. Cold plunge and grill. That'd be cool. Put the cold plunge like on the deck so I can just. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. I'm out here to be more like bath water. Wait too long. You candy brown cooked down. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Most of the time I don't mind. It's just by the time I'm done grilling, we've ate dinner. I'm beat just from sitting out in that heat, But it's all worth it as long as everybody got some good food and had a fun time. It's no big deal. You're gonna be a tan fleece. You have to change your name to Yo Tan. That sounds weird, Yo Tan. It won't be Yo Golden anymore. An innovator grilling in the cold plunge. Yeah, I mean, like out here in the summer, your pool, that thing will heat up. It's not cold anymore. You just go in there, it's like bath water almost. It's even like at the river, like it was cold. Like the water was cold last weekend, but it wasn't that cold. Like once you got in, it was fine. It wasn't like ice cold, and it was only like 90 some odd degrees out. I think we had like a high of 95. And like once you were down there floating and like in the sun, like you wanted to get some of that water on you, and it wasn't really that bad. So got to run. See you on the next one, Twitch. Yeah, for sure, Lewis. Appreciate you jumping in here, man. Have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, man. And hopefully you can cook some good food on Monday for Memorial. That's what I told Bearded Beanie. I said, you're honorary brown, bro. He's like, I better be. I even know how to roll tortillas. I was like, what? said, look at you. I said, you got an honorary brown card, bro. And it's getting closer from to moving day for him. So a couple, maybe 3 months. Wild. He's all sending me like little pictures and reels of like Mackinac Island. I'm like, oh, dude, like I want to go there so bad. And he's like, I know there's some haunted places over there. I said, the heck we are not going to those places. I said, we will go to Mackinac Island, but I am not going to no haunted part of it. Forget that. So one thing, like my wife has shown me like this really nice, big, beautiful home in Ohio. Kind of reminds of like Vampire Diaries, right? Kind of like dark and fireplaces and that kind of like architecture. And I'm like, I bet you that place is haunted though. Like I don't know if like did you live in there? And the house like it was like 1.5 million. And I'm like, for one, we can't afford it. But two, I said, I am not gonna go live in a haunted house. I said, I guarantee you that thing's haunted. I said, just look at it. Look at what it looks like inside. That house is old AF. You know that it's got like some sort of weirdness in there. And she just started laughing. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do that. Like Jerome, Arizona is one of like the most haunted places in the world. And we went to that Jerome Hotel, the Grand Hotel or whatever in Jerome. Um, I just walking in there and looking at that little elevator that they used to use creeped me out. I'm like, I was like, I bet you we're gonna see some face in that little elevator window. It's one of those old school round windows too. And she's like, I kind of want to go up and like, there's no way we're going up all the way up in any of those rooms because they don't just let you like mob around. But I'm like, I don't know if I would stay there. And there's like the Clown Hotel too. I believe is like in Bisbee, Arizona. That looks creepy as heck, man. There's no way. I was like, nope. I would like, would you stay the night? I said, no. I said, the one place that I'm willing to go that has stuff like that is Tombstone, Arizona. I said I'd go there, but I said I don't know if I'd stay the night in any of those places there though. I don't know. I said I'd be down. I'd be down to go there, walk around, and hang out, and even into the night a little bit. But I don't know if I'd stay the night there. It's just too much. That's gonna be the next story. Please, you're gonna say that. The Room. I don't even know what that is, so I haven't watched it. I came across a page on IG that had a bunch of weird stuff like that. It was creepy. I'm all here. It's like 9 at night. I'm all watching it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to turn the lights out right now. I was like, "What? You scared?" I said, "Well, these reels are creepy. Like a bunch of like spirit reels and like people showing you like some paranormal stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, no. I mean, I ain't trying to go into any of those." I'm all watching them at like 9:30, 9 at night. I'm like going through each one, and of course they put that weird creepy music. What's going on, G Lou? What's up, brother? And yeah, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna like I don't know what kind of sleep I'm gonna get tonight. But yeah, there's a lot of creepy videos of, like ghost spirits, like figures, and although like you got to wonder how many of those are just edited to like look like that. There's one where like this girl's like going like showing that the mirror's like a portal, or it was creepy. I'm like, I think that's probably just edited or something. There you go, Fleece. That's what's up. Huh? Yeah, no, I don't think I've heard of it. Oklahoma Slim. That sounds like a rap name. That's Fleece's rap name now. It's Oklahoma Slim. It's spooky. No, it's spooky. Yeah, I don't do haunted stuff, man. I don't do any of that. It's creepy. Oh, Jay wants some good, good. Heck yeah, that's what's up. going to haunted things, white people shit. Yeah, I don't. I was freaked out watching all those reels, dude. I was like, I don't know, why am I still watching them? And they got that creepy music on each one. Then they got like the reptilian ones, and like I'm just like, this is the shapeshifters. Then skinwalkers. I'm like, this is just way too much. I'm like, I'm freaking out. And I was like, last thing I want is to open that sliding glass door, like curtain, and see the dog out there, but it's the dog's inside. Like, what is going on right now? It was, yeah. Yeah, Jay, get that retro beard. Look at that. Angie hooked you up. Heck yeah. I gotta get some of that soap. Trying to get through like a couple bars of soap that I have before I order any more though. There was a time where I had like probably over 10 bars of soap. I'm just like, well, is this too much? Although I don't know if you can never have too much soap. Yeah, Jilu, I'm telling you, like those reels were creepy. Like I'm like, dude, there's no way it's just creepy as heck. And I just kept going through watching more of them. I'm like, why am I even doing this to myself right now? And it's at night. I'm like, dude, I gotta go, make sure like the curtains are closed and everything. And I'm like, I don't even understand why I'm watching this right now. If I gotta go do that, I'm like looking out the window, all freaked out. Yeah. You can do that one day and catch a dark reflection in my side of the casa. Well, we we weren't able to get like, so we need two panels for the sliding glass door. They have to be really long too, obviously, right? But we weren't able to get two panels, so we've got four panels, and two of them are like see through, and it just freaks me out every time. So I'll close them up and I just walk away. At the end of the night, I won't go and try to look over there because it's like, yeah, it's a bad idea. But I have seen, there was a reel where this lady's in the house with her dog, and the dog's in the house, and in the video you can see her playing with her dog in the house, and it's also pointing at the sliding glass door, and then there's the dog out there wanting to come in, look exactly like her dog, like doing his thing, like, hey, let me in, let me in. I'm like, whoa. But like I said, like, how do you know like how real any of those videos are? They edited to look like that. But yeah, it then there's one with this guy in the woods. There's like a place in the US that's got like really big, supposedly on like skinwalker activity. And he could hear them. He's like, you don't come out here at night. He's like, out here you got to stay inside after it gets dark because they'll come and get you. And he was outside to like show it, and so you could hear it. But like I said, who knows how real that is? But it freaked me out. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not cool. 13 bars of soap. I'm telling you, that I was like 10, 13 bars deep. I ended up giving my dad a few bars. Um, people that come over to give them a couple bars. Like, here, you want some natural soap? Because I got way too much. I don't even know how long it's going to take me to use all this. And then, yeah, it's slowly gone down. I only have like 3 bars of soap now. And then the one on the counter too long is gone, which is anointed beard oil one. Still have soap on sale. Buy any two combos. Buy any combo of 2 oils or butters. Get a free soap. Add soap to cart. Nice. Yeah, I've been thinking of building that soap stash back up. My wife's like, "You think you got enough soap back there?" I said, "Yeah, maybe." I said, "Nah," because I also have like a stockpile of Dove and a stockpile of Irish Spring from way before when I started buying soaps. Dang, gee, Lou, you're the soap king right now, dude. 20+ bars. That's insane. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I started like just every time I'd order something, I'd add a bar of soap from like whatever company I'd get. Oh, like I have more than just three. I think I have five actually. I still haven't even busted into the goat's milk one from Brogas that I bought like heck like 2 years ago now. Nice. I like that. I'm saying I like that beer companies are coming out with colognes now. Smokelahoma Slam. Dang. I know Archie, you said you order like what 8 to 10 bars at a time or something. Fluorescence. Huh. What kind of music are they, Gilu? That new band? Nice. Archie, how many times have you seen Blink live? I feel like you've seen them a few times. Blink will always be on that playlist, like of good to me at least. Pop punk alternative. Nice. You'll have to check them out. I don't listen to like a new. Are they newer? Let's say I haven't listened to like a newer good pop punk like alternative band in a minute. Yeah, I got to do it like a solid brick, where they come in and go out like pee. Yes, it's a lot of stuff to order at one time. Two. Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's one band that I'd like to see live. I think it'd be really fun. I haven't been to like a anything like that in a long time. It's been a minute. The last band that I saw live was Corn. That was like forever ago, more than 10 years ago. Oh wow, debut album dropped last month, so they are really new then. Magnolia Park is legit. I think I've heard of them before. Dude, I've always wanted to go to a Warped Tour. I think it'd be going like really fun to do. Alkaline Trio. I haven't listened to them in a long time, in a while. Maybe I don't know. Maybe just come across the feed at some point. It depends like what I'm in the mood for, and then that's what I'll put on Spotify. Like I'll put like a song that I know, and I'll just hit whatever playlist on, and just listen to it. Listen through that playlist that's on there. Maybe, maybe that's where I've heard of them. Is the cover song. Mark, haven't been to Warped Tour since 2012. I've never been to a Warped Tour. I always wanted to. Yeah, the Paradox is pretty good too. Trying to think like everyone keeps the song used to be called Subaru, and then they got a cease and desist letter from Subaru, so they changed the name of that song. But that's a song that everybody keeps clowning them on, saying like, "When's it gonna drop? When's it gonna drop? Come on!" Because if you go through like their page, they've been saying it's gonna drop for a minute now. Yeah, I actually threw them on my Spotify the other day and listened to what was on there, and they were not bad at all. They were pretty good. I agree with that. Oklahoma Slim was just a All right, please catch you later, brother. Catch you later, Smokelahoma Slim. Uh, Fleece is always smoking it up. Yeah, the comments that they get are hilarious, dude. It's so funny. They're just doing their thing. They're just doing their thing. I think they're pretty cool. Maybe that's what I'll listen to today. So like pop punk. I went to the movies last weekend, and the bartender lady, um, she reminded me of like a kind of like a scene kid, like an emo scene kid. So I was like, "What's your favorite band?" And she ended up actually saying All Time Low, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" I said, "You know who All Time Low is?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "What? That is insane." Because she was young, dude. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way." But I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's wild." Like she even said that. I'm like, "All Time Low." Like that's like heck old now. Since movie theaters now have bars in them, that's so wild to me. Although they didn't have any church music IPA. Harkins, please get some church music IPA. They didn't have any. That was sad. There we go. Just looks like those Perriers are like almost $10 for like an 8 pack, man. It's sad. But you like the no, I think I like the bottles better just because you can take them with you. Man, we got to be over there in 4 hours. We got to drive like an hour to get there. Jesus. And then we got to leave by like 3. I was gonna bathe the dog and they did it. I need a beer company to make some dog friendly spray for in between baths. Some dog safe spray in like their scents. That would be awesome. I would be so all over that just because like the auto scents are good and then your dog can smell amazing. Backyard shows, what? Bowling alleys, frat houses, barns, what? The backyard shows probably feel like hella old school, and like the frat houses that reminds me of old school. Snoop a loop. We're going streaking. Frank the Tank. What's that thing he says he's gonna go to Home Depot? He doesn't know there's just so much to do. The Regents are kind of bringing it back, like bringing it back old school to like maybe like a reach more audience in a way, I guess, like the younger audience, because most of the people that listen to them or know about them a lot are probably older now. That'd be fun. Backyard show. That'd be pretty tight. Bowling alleys. That reminds me of a movie when you said bowling alleys and such. Like, what movie is it? Ryan Reynolds is in it. And they do something. Someone did like a show inside like a restaurant. And it wasn't there a band that did like a show like at a Burger King or something? Yeah. Well, I mean, uh, when they go like when they play a venue, like the venue takes a chunk of that, right? Yeah, Denny's. That's wild. That'd be insane. Was it Blink 182 that did that? I want to say it was. That'd be wild, dude. Sitting at a Denny's and then a band comes in, just like get down. That'd be insane. Although Denny's now always reminds me of like the Santa Claus movie too. So he takes them to Denny's Christmas or what Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's wild. A band playing in the Denny's, that'd be insane. I think it'd be pretty fun. Okay, yeah, yeah, there you go. So it was them, yeah. That's hilarious. Can you imagine you're sitting at Denny's and then Blink 182 comes in to start playing? That'd be crazy. See, backyard shows, that'd be fun though. I think bowling alley would be pretty cool too. Forget you, Firehouse subs. You're expensive. I don't mind them, but they're overpriced. Get them to play at the Jerome Grant Hotel. There you go. Get all the ghosts to come down and jam with everybody. Let's go. A haunted venue. Goodness. Heck yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it. I got to start running up these kids, making sure they're all getting ready. All right, Julia. You too, man. Thanks for jumping in here. I got to make sure these kids are getting ready and showered up and dressed and everything, um, so we can head out, go do the graduation party. But remember, guys, be kind always. You can help somebody out, help them out. One act of kindness can change their life, the world. And make sure you remind your loved ones this weekend that they don't have to drink and drive. There's Uber, Lyft, taxis, family members. Um, Especially when it comes to this weekend with graduation that just happened. You got Memorial Day weekend. It's gonna be a little crazy out there, so make sure you guys stay safe. And catch you guys next week on check-in. Same time as always. Later, guys.